remember being so scared.
It's not just these kids. There's so many others. And if something isn't done, these won't be the last kids.
Hello there, everyone. I know this is going to be a very different video than other videos I've made because I'm talking about the documentary that talks about, the dark side of Kidinfluence, which also talks about Piper Raquel and the squad that was affected by Tiffany, Piper's mom. So let's discuss it because I think this actually needs to be said. I think this needs to be brought into discussion and I want to talk about it. To bring this into discussion, I used to be a big Piper Raquel fan. I used to watch her back when I was like 9, 10 with my sister. I remember loving her and the squad and used to generally love her videos and stuff. I was pretty interested. I was fed into her content, which they talk about her content and stuff. So watching this documentary low-key makes me like, wow, how did I not see this before? I was a little kid, so I didn't understand so much, but like, dude, all that happened. Tiffany, the mother of Piper Raquel, isn't good. She sexually did stuff to the squad. She kissed one of them on their lives, dude. Dude, that's fucking disgusting. I don't know what to say, dude. Honestly, guys, watching the documentary was sad. Like, I feel bad for the kids. Piper Raquel, the squad, everyone, like, their parents too. Like, dude, they had to find out from their fucking kids that all that happened. Like, if the parents wouldn't take it lightly, like, that happened to their kids. They wouldn't take that lightly. Like, dude. I know that's Piper Raquel's mom and all, but like, dude, something should happen because like, all that and putting health to her daughter, like, yo, using her for content and everything, like, it's so wrong. You know what I mean? Let me go more in description with everything about this documentary instead of, because I do have opinions I want to talk about, but also, spoiler warning, I'm going to talk about everything for this documentary. Let's talk about the show. So with its whole messaging and everything, not just including Piper Raquel and everything, but also really talking about kid influencing, because that's not just with Piper Raquel, it's with all the other kids. There's other kids that have gone through like something similar to Piper Raquel and are being used for content, but also things to like they have their own squad and stuff, and just things like kid influencing is really scary these days. And there's no rules to like that is put in for their safety, like that secures that they'll be okay. Like, they don't have that. So that's what this whole, like, I want to talk about the whole messaging. Like, that's the messaging of the whole thing. It's not just about Piper Raquel. It's not just about the squad, but it's about every single kid that is a content creator that by their parents, that their parents are running and stuff. And there are kids that their parents are treating them like shit, making them work hard, like they're like it's a 9 to 5, like worse than that, like kids could be going through that, and that's what this is all about. This is what this whole entire show's about, this documentary and everything. But enough about the messaging. We need to talk about everything else that was discussed on there about Piper Raquel and everything else. So with Piper Raquel, I don't know. Do I think she's gonna leave when she turns 18? She turns 18 this year. So honestly, I hope she does, but honestly, I don't think so. Look, she's been with her mom her entire life, and maybe she knows that everything she's doing is wrong, but I think it's really hard for her to leave that because, dude, guys, her father, Her father was never there. Like, you have that one parent, yes. I know her mom, the documentary, everything. I know that her mom is shit. Her mom is really bad and a horrible person. To her, her family, to just anyone, dude. Like, but if you look at it from Piper's perspective side, I feel like it'd be hard, like, honestly hard to leave that. That's her mom. That is her life right there. But I really do hope she leaves, because her mom's just using her. Like, her mom did all this to her friends and stuff. Just horrible, messed up stuff. And she shouldn't stay with that. I hope when she grows up, when she leaves, I hope she leaves soon, and this whole cycle for her is over. I hope that her life gets better and that she doesn't have to deal like that in the future, you know? I hope she doesn't have to suffer the same thing the rest of her life. I hope that doesn't happen to her, because everyone else in the squad was able to leave, but she is the only one who can't escape, because her mom is the whole thing of this. Is her, Hunter, they're the ones who are cooperating with this, doing this whole shit. She can't leave. That's her fucking mom, you know? So, with that whole documentary, that's the squad, everyone telling her that she should leave and telling her everything, the truth about her mom and stuff. I don't know if she's watched the documentary. She might have. She might. I don't know. But I don't think she will, for her sake, and because it talks about her mom, Hunter, people she cares about. I don't think she's gonna want to watch that, because she's gonna be like, seeing that they're getting slandered and like gonna be like, oh, it's not true and stuff, you know? With her having to deal with that when she's young, she's gonna have a mindset like that, you know? And I know her squad wants the best for her. I think a lot of the fan base want the best for her to do is leave and stuff, and like really see the truth within her eyes about the whole thing. But I think she's gonna be really in denial about it, you know? So I don't know. But that is really like the biggest thing that is talked about through the documentary as well. The squad talking about their experience with Tiffany. It's not great, dude. Sexual harassment, sexual abuse. Like, she's a predator, a pedophile, you know? And she's still walking in the world. She's still free. FBI's came in. CPS has come in, dude. Child Protective Services. None of them have done shit. None. She's still walking. Like, what kind of world are we living in? If she is still walking free. No jail, no nothing. Dude. She has put people that's gone, like, been in Piper Arkel's channel, like little kids and stuff, through fucking hell. Like, everyone that has been in Piper Arkel's channel, dude, like, from like the olden days, dude, like, how do you still let someone walk in this world, not be in jail? How do you fail? How do you fail society like that? How do you just not do anything to protect these kids? How do you not? All of them had to suffer, have trauma. They all have trauma to live with that they had to deal with in their fucking childhood. They have to live with that now. All because of that fucking woman. Even her own daughter. Dude, that's just sad. How sad that makes me feel. Watching that documentary was sad. It changed my perspective on a lot about Piper Arkel. I used to be like, why is Piper Arkel like doing all this stuff, dude? Like, she's like young. Now I know why, and I just feel like shit. Like, but the thing is, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make here is her mom shouldn't be walking free. Her mom should be in jail for after everything, dude. I know the parents of all the squads, they're here to talk because they feel like it's their fault for, like, you know, staying there and having their kids have to suffer through that. And they're trying to get justice. Justice hasn't been served. Justice hasn't gone through for any of them. No. Yes, they've spoken their experiences, they've spoken everything, but justice has done nothing. Justice is a joke. Okay. Justice is a joke. They haven't done anything to give some kind of, like, some closure to her trauma. Tiffany's still there and just still doing what she is. Making Piper Rockelle do content, go through her house though, and everything. Just using her, dude. It really needs to stop. Like, we can't have other YouTubers, any social media parents keep their kid like that. Do that to other kids. They can't. That's just wrong. You know. That's why I wanted to talk about this. Because this needs to be talked about. This needs to be shined. Needs to be spoken upon. No one can keep this in the dark. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they spoke up and decided to speak their shit. Because now it shows to the rest of the world what they've gone through. And what the world should be doing, what officials should be doing, is protecting kids. That's what they should be doing. Protect kids from fucking things like this. Protect them from the dangers of the world, the dangers of social media, from what their parents can do. Something like this. Kid influencing is scary. Their world is scary. And you never know what their parents are putting them through. You know? So this is why this needs to be talked about. This is why this needs to be talked about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.